What's up? I'm Patrick and welcome to ISW Reacts. Today I'm reacting to Hua Chenyu, Flammable and Explosive. This was requested by Rosa as one of her monthly requests included in my Patreon membership. Thank you so much for all of your support, Rosa. You're amazing. She said that this is another cover, I think originally by Chen Li, she said. And I think there's nothing else to say. It's always so great to check out other songs by Hua Chenyu, new performances for me. And I never really know what to expect, so that's always exciting, and I'm also looking forward to this one today. If you want to be like Rosa and support me and my channel, you can request a song on my Buy Me a Coffee page, or you can check out my Patreon, where you can find some exclusive content like this one. You get requests included monthly and some other things. The links are in the description if you're interested. Thank you very much. Before we start, please also leave a like, consider subscribing, and now let's just get into it.
解决不渡或向我冷眼，还想我轻狂又随便，要我阳光，还要我风情，不要慌心我苦笑，无助还系我心如枯木，赐我梦境，还赐我很快就清醒，与我沉睡。纯粹还爱我赤裸不迷醉，看我自弹自唱，还看我痛心断肠。愿我如烟，还愿我满地有蓝君，看我时光。
More of his dramatic theatrical side.
还要我冷面不眨眼珠。从此幸福还助我枯萎，孤独为我醉人，还为我双梦失神，图我情真，还图我眼波销魂，与我出奔，还与我作不二神，夸我含苞待放，还夸我欲盖弥彰。
Cool. Ooh. Awesome. He performs with a lot of intensity. So good. Wow.
心我迷人，爱情我热情，投身似我盛放，爱似我缺氧，乖张要我美丽，还要我贪。着迷愿我百岁，无忧还愿我粗有泪流。
so good. He was putting a lot into this performance, and it was great as always. Like I said in the beginning, you never know what to expect really, and yeah, I enjoyed this a lot. I think, like I said, this is more of his dramatic, theatrical side, both music style wise, but also in his delivery. He sings with a lot of energy, a lot of intensity, pretty commanding in a lot of the parts of this song, I feel like. But he also, once again, shows a great range of vocal colors in this one. For example, just take the end of the song where it's a lot more restrained and calm in a very emotional, more fragile way. Also a lot of vibrato towards the end there, but there are also some fitting to the title, very explosive moments, like sharp attacks and outbursts of energy that have a lot of impact, also because of the way he, before those climactic moments, builds up tension also through the atmosphere of the song in general, but also through his vocal delivery. And it's also feeling very expressive once again, while at the same time being so controlled. So he's just showing a lot of skill, a lot of talent once again. I also like the arrangement of the song in general. How in the I don't know, first half of the song, it's building this tension with a lot of atmosphere, but already in this more dramatic way. Before then having this release moment when it's shifting into more of a rock sound. I actually didn't really expect that moment, which made it hit even harder for me maybe. But these dynamic contrasts are one thing that make this song so interesting, because it has those moments of restraint, of tension building, of atmosphere building, and then this escalation with a lot of emotional impact. And I think that's a great moment of a payoff because of this tension. I've said that word 1,000 times already, that was built before. I think the title already, I mentioned it, fits to this vibe, because of these explosive climactic moments, the intensity and the impact that the song and its climactic sections has. And I think that's a great side effect that that it fits to the sound in such a great way. But of course, it's the title is also fitting for the lyrics that are also pretty intense. I think maybe being about contradictory demands. I really like the way the lyrics are written, the concept, of course, this Rosa said this is a cover, so the concept of the original artist that wrote this is pretty cool, I think, because I think pretty much throughout the whole song, it's in every line comparing or contrasting, or I don't know what's the right word, opposing like those contradictions. And for me, it feels like there could be multiple interpretations of the intention or the deeper meaning, or what this was originally about, or who it is addressing, so to say, because I feel like it could be talking to a partner or somebody in a relationship, for example, that's kind of toxic, where the other person has expectations that are kind of conflicting or inconsistent, and he doesn't really know how to act, because everything is wrong pretty much, no matter in what direction he's going. So that's one thing I'm getting for this from this, and there are lines that are pretty much directing to this interpretation, but I also feel like it could be seen on a larger scale. So if we're looking at it not on a personal level, but maybe on a social level, looking at maybe expectations that society has for specific people or for individuals, because I think our society definitely labels people in certain ways. For example, and maybe most notable through gender roles still to this year. So if someone's a boy or a girl, or a man or a woman, there are specific expectations, there are specific labels that are just placed on people that are so individual. So I don't think that's possible, or that also shouldn't be the goal, obviously. Each person should just be who they are, and these unrealistic or even conflicting expectations are restricting people in their individual lives, in their way they want to live their life, in the way they choose their paths of their life, may it be hobbies or career, or even who you love, who you're in a relationship with. So we're in Pride Month, and even though I think that's mainly another marketing way for companies with a lot of pink washing and where they're not really behind the whole concept, but still use it to their advantage. I think it's a fitting thing to this topic. Everybody should be who they want to be. They should dress how they want to dress. They should laugh who they want to laugh. I don't see how that's affecting or hurting the people around them if they just want to do what they want and live their life freely without like expectations and labels like they are put on everybody. But obviously there are also other examples. I don't know, maybe also talking about women that still are expected to, for example, put their career goals behind the man's. They're expected to give birth and then maybe stay at home and do all the care work. There's still such a huge gap, and of course there are probably many people that, or also many women that want to do that and go for it. But I just don't like the generalization, the expectation the society still seems to have, at least in some parts and to some extent. And I feel like I've drifted off quite a bit here and talked myself into a little bit of a rage. But even though this probably or maybe isn't even about anything that I just talked about, that's also what I like about music, about that can just give you a push into one direction and to help you start thinking about some things. In this case, these lyrics maybe are leaning more into the direction of trying to find yourself in the first place, accept yourself and overcome those expectations, those contradictions, those contradictory expectations, labels, and the external pressure, may it be on a personal level or on a larger societal level. But ultimately, I think that we as humans should overcome this whole concept of putting people into boxes, of expecting certain things from certain people. Each and everyone is individual and has individual wishes, goals, ways of living, ways of loving, and that's something everybody should accept. And I just don't see how people could be against that, because it's if it's something you don't like, it's not affecting you. Or something you don't like is maybe even the wrong wording, because it shouldn't even be your concern to like it or not. Maybe it's better to say, if it's a different way of living than yours, it's not affecting you at all. I hope you kind of get what I'm talking about and where I'm coming from, and also what was the reason why I even talked about it, because that was I feel like a huge leap from the meaning of the lyrics to everything I said, but maybe you get it. Anyway, thank you so much, Rosa, for this song. It's another awesome performance by Hua Chenyu, another great art piece, another great vocal performance with different deliveries, with a lot of drama and theatricality in his voice, with huge powerful moments. Also, by the way, some sections where he put a little grit into his voice that I really liked, a little more pressure, some awesome long notes. I think I also didn't really talk about the one section where I think there were no lyrics and he's once again just using his voice as an additional instrument with this falsetto. He just shows what a great artist he is and how versatile he is. And like I mentioned in the beginning, how it's oftentimes so unexpected what will happen in his songs, and that's something I really enjoy. Please let me know what other songs by him I should check out, or if you have any other artists you would like me to react to, please also let me know. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, consider subscribing, and thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.
Light it up, we're unstoppable, we're unstoppable. Neon heartbeat. Oh. Light it up, we're unstoppable, we're unstoppable. Neon heartbeat, beat, beat.